Carrying the Olympic torch for America this November, a truly astounding aggregation of talent will take the field in Australia.
Although Lieutenant Commander Mark Garcia wasn't born when his father made the U.S. Olympic team, he grew up on the stories of his medal-winning javelin throws. Setting his own eye on Olympic gold, Garcia followed in his father's footsteps to Arizona State University, where he too became the big man in track and field. But once off the playing field, Garcia's academic performance fell short.
I started to fall into the mentality that maybe I should put a lot more emphasis on going to practice and hanging out with the athletes and just being around them than with studying. And that was a big faulty judgment on my part. And luckily, after a while of thinking that way, it got ingrained into me. Something popped in my mind that said, hey, wait a minute, dummy. There's really not much of a future for a javelin thrower once you get out of college. You know, at best, you can go to the Olympics and maybe just make the team is going to be nice, but it's not going to put food on your table. It's not going to buy you a house. It's not going to buy you the cars that you like. And so, hey, dummy, you've got to buckle down and start making some grades, because this little fun trip you're on here in college is going to end here fairly soon, and it's going to be time for you to start getting out there and working.
After graduation, Garcia seemed to be on the fast track to the American dream. Nice family, nice house, and a lucrative career in his father-in-law's business. Yet there was still gold in Garcia's eyes. This time, it was the gold wings of a naval aviator. In 1982, while visiting San Diego with a cousin, Garcia received his first up-close and personal glimpse of the F-14.
I would steal away for part of the day with his camera and try and get as close to the base as I could and take pictures of F-14s flying, because I saw these enormous, beautiful, loud, outstanding airplanes flying around and decided, God, that looks like a lot of fun.
Leaving the corporate world behind, Garcia entered the Navy's highly competitive aviation officer candidate school. With a dropout rate of more than 60%, Garcia had serious doubts about whether or not he could cut it as a top gun. He credits his wife Janice with keeping him on track.
So I called my wife on that fateful Sunday and said, hon, this is harder than I thought, and I really don't know if I've got what it takes to succeed at this. And there's guys dropping left and right, and I'm starting to have these doubts. And God bless her, my wife verbally took me by the shoulders and shook me about and said, you dummy, I don't ever want to see you again unless you're a Navy officer.
Today, Lieutenant Commander Mark Garcia is living up to his call name Maverick. As a fighter pilot, he's even had a few brushes with fame, being filmed in various movies including Top Gun, and taking actor Chuck Norris on his first F-14 flight. On the ground, Garcia is helping shape the Navy's future, directing the requirements for a multi-billion-dollar budget to purchase T-45 aircraft and simulators.
I'm involved in planning for the future of naval aviation out to at least the year 2035, so that's another 40 years or so. And the Navy needs personnel in different jobs to tell them what type of airplanes and how many of them to buy for the future.
While there will likely be no Olympic gold in Lieutenant Commander Garcia's future, he's still carrying on the legacy of both father and mother.
How are you guys doing today?
Both of my parents taught all of us to never give up, and that you need to set a goal to be successful. At the end, I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, I attained my goal, and I've got these wings of gold, and I'm flying an F-14 Tomcat, and that is more fun than anybody should be allowed to have. And everybody else gets to watch now, because I'm going to be the one doing it.